If someone in your family has passed away and left behind a house, you're probably wondering, what happens now? Can I sell it? How long does this take? Do I need a lawyer? The property father here, we buy estate properties on Long Island, and we work with executors and families going through probate regularly. This video walks you through the entire process so you know exactly what to expect. Probate is the legal process where the surrogate's court validates the deceased person's will and officially appoints someone to manage the estate. Even if the will names you as executor and leaves the house to you, you cannot sign a deed, close a sale, or transfer ownership until the court issues the proper paperwork. In Suffolk County, the surrogate's court at 320 Center Drive in Riverhead handles all probate proceedings. In Nassau County, it's the courthouse in Mineola. Every estate that includes real property must go through this court. The process begins when someone files a petition with the surrogate's court. If there's a will, you file a petition for probate along with the original will, the death certificate, and information about the decedent's assets and heirs. Court filing fees in New York range from $45 for estates under $10,000 to $1,250 for estates over $500,000 under SCPA Section 2402. If there's no will, you file a petition for letters of administration. The court appoints an administrator based on a priority order under SCPA Section 1001, surviving spouse first, then children, then grandchildren, then parents, then siblings. Next, you must notify every person with a legal interest in the estate, all beneficiaries named in the will, plus anyone who would inherit under intestacy law. You serve them with a citation under SCPA Section 1403, giving them the chance to appear in court and raise objections. This typically takes 2 to 4 weeks. After the citation return date, the court holds a hearing. If no one contests the petition, the court issues letters testamentary if there's a will, or letters of administration if there's not. This is the critical milestone. Once you hold these letters, you have legal authority to sell the property. Without them, no title company will close the deal. In Suffolk County, expect 6 to 12 weeks from filing to receiving letters in uncontested cases. Once you have letters in hand, you can sell. But there's a key distinction. If the will explicitly grants the executor power to sell real property, no additional court approval is needed. If the will is silent on this, or there's no will, the executor must petition the court under SCPA Section 1902 for authorization to sell. While you're waiting, the executor has a fiduciary duty to maintain the property. That means keeping the insurance active, paying property taxes, securing the home, keeping utilities on, and paying the mortgage. Lenders don't pause payments because someone passed away. These carrying costs add up fast, especially on Long Island, where property taxes alone run $10,000 or more per year. Here's the realistic timeline. An uncontested probate with a valid will typically takes 7 to 9 months from filing to final distribution. Without a will, expect 9 to 14 months. Contested cases involving will challenges or disputes among heirs can take 18 months to over 3 years. The biggest variable is whether anyone objects. In an uncontested case, Suffolk County Surrogate's Court moves at a reasonable pace, but the carrying costs during that time, mortgage, taxes, insurance, maintenance, can eat into the estate's value. That's why many executors choose to sell to a cash buyer as soon as letters are issued, rather than listing on the open market and waiting months for a traditional sale to close. If you're an executor or heir dealing with a probate property on Long Island, we can simplify the process. The property father buys estate properties in any condition, no repairs, no cleaning out, no commissions. We work with your attorney and close on your timeline. Call 5165-486558 or visit thepropertyfather.com for a free cash offer. Subscribe for more guides. We're helping Long Island families through these situations every week.